Hey folks, this is Wasteland. Welcome to Wasteland. Today we're going to take a look at diverting most of this traffic to use the other pathways that are there. And I plan to use the same tactic that I would on the roadways. If I don't want them to use a certain route, I reduce the speed limit of that route. If I'd rather them use another route, I increase the speed limit of that route. Here, they like taking that route. Some of them, well, I guess based on where they're coming from, will use this. But no one will use that. So interestingly enough, in the pedestrian pathways, the gravel is a slower speed limit than the paved pathway, and yet it's a little faster or more favored than a sidewalk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that gravel pathway and replace this arch piece with a gravel pathway, and it's going to divide, or should divide, the traffic. So what I'm going to do first is kind of make it look the part. It's like, let's give them a reason to choose one path over another. So the arch one, we're going to put trees. Essentially, I want to cast a shadow onto the pathway just to make it look like it's a more relaxing, scenic route, right? And the people that are in a hurry, they can take a different route. So as I sit here and put down too many trees, there is a lot of people here. That should be it, right? Shut it off. There we go. Alrighty. So that looks the part now. Until, yeah, that happens. So, yeah, that's the path that I want them to, we're going to get them to go that way. And even in this direction, they're going to go this way. Or ideally. And it should happen, not by taking anything out, but just by upgrading to the pathway, to the gravel path. And almost immediately. I don't think there was much hesitation, was there? Now they're using more of the pathway. Now this place is looking a little more, I guess, lively. Look at the people around here. That's much better. That's what I'm looking for right there. See that? They're not all taking the concrete path. Some, not all, some are taking the gravel. So yeah, nice trick. Where would you ever use it? A, it's not a trick, it's vanilla rule. It's the quickest route, and it's a tool of yours now. I mean, now that I've shown you, it's not a matter of when would you ever use it. It's when are you going to use it, just to see if it can do something for you, right? Let me give you another one. I showed you the one way long time ago at my airport. But this one is in a different city. This one, this big monster. 80,000, or no, 280,000 people. it's another city I'd like to feature. It's really interesting, but I'm going to stick to the parts of the pathway. Now, the pathway I inserted into this town, because they were all stuck somewhere else, but we'll get to that. The problem I was having is this green bus was being overloaded with pedestrians. I mean, all these people are coming out for these bus stops, right? The yellow bus is supporting the green bus, but I'm being squirreled here. Let's stick to the story. My problem here is this is a Japanese garden, just like that one. But the Japanese garden is supposed to be calm and serene, right? And when you're in it, that's the way it should be. Now, I can take it that when you're in this place, right, seeing people walk by is kind of a cool thing, right? Seeing the bus go by, but, I mean, you're in your own little paradise here. You just let's just wash the day away for a little bit, and then we'll head right back to it. Well, the problem I was having is not only, I mean, I was used to seeing these guys. That's fine. But you can see the traffic on this pathway. It doesn't stop, right? It's constantly going. If we hit, right? It doesn't stop. And they're feeding these two buses, which is still the same bus, but the yellow bus is a shuttle. It's going to one particular stop on that line. You see over here? Do you see how they're separating? Right? Let me slow that down. It drives me. There we go. It's like I've got a sign standing right here saying, if you're going to the yellow bus, please move to the right. If you want the green one, please take the left. Right? And the bus stop is just right there. Now that's because they will favor the path over the sidewalk. There is a point where this rule doesn't work anymore, right? But it sure helped, right? I mean, all this traffic that you see walking behind the pathway or behind the garden is not constantly walking in front of that front gate. I know this is just a visual thing, but what if you wanted to avoid pedestrians in a certain area? Well, now you know you can kind of move them to wherever you wish, right? I mean, it is like, just like if I put a sign there that said people going for the green bus, people going for the shuttle go this way. No. Okay, before I go, I want to show you another one. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. Over here. Nice. Have you ever done this? Now, all these things I show you are vanilla. Because, well, if you know the vanilla rule, then whenever you're using mods, you're using them to enhance, not correct. You see this? This is just a crosswalk. It's a vanilla crosswalk. I'm using two different roads to create the crosswalk. Why would I put it over here? Right? Well, I had a problem with traffic stopping buses and cars because they were using these crosswalks here, this and this, right? They would come down here from this bus, walk across there, and before this path was here, they'd walk and then come back here and then keep walking. Or no, sorry, they'd walk across this and walk across this to get where they were going, which is out here, right? They're walking to work. So instead of, what I should do is try to move this pathway up there a little bit, but I don't want to interfere with the buses. I like the fact that the cross is behind the buses, right? The crosswalk. But having it here, A, the buses don't run down the pedestrians. B, they don't bother anybody. Can you see this? Because these two roads here are very rarely traveled, but... Right? Nicely controlled. Don't be afraid to use crosswalks. Here's another thing. I don't think it's gonna happen here, but these crosswalks are agent controlled. What I mean by that, I should show you another one where the crosswalk will stay green, or let me put it this way. A pedestrian walks up to the crosswalk, activates the crosswalk, and the crosswalk goes green. It will stay green until a car approaches this crosswalk controlled light and activates the green light, and then it'll stay green for the car until it's reversed. The pedestrian comes back and activates the light again. I thought it was just automatic flipping back and forth on a time-controlled basis. Anyways, I think I've taken more of your enough of your time. Take care. Have fun.